Hey, it's Coach Justin from Ultimate Baseball Training. And look, we all know the importance of bat speed when it comes to hitting hard line drives and hitting home runs, right? But what you may not know is there's a couple things that you could be doing right now in your swing that could actually be causing your bat speed to be slower. And so if you really want to reach your full bat speed potential and really just reach your potential as a hitter, you want to make sure that you avoid these things we're going to be talking about in today's video. So without further ado, let's get into it. So the first mistake that I see far too often that really hinders your bat speed is getting your front foot down early. Instead, I'm a firm believer that you need to focus on getting your front foot down on time. Because when players here get your front foot down early, right, typically I think what goes through their head is, okay, I'm in my stance here, and what I have to do is I have to get my front foot down early so I'm ready to hit. But what that actually causes them to do is they load and they stride and they get their front foot down early, way too early. And so what that does is, okay, I'm in my stance, I'm generating some type of momentum when I go through my load and when I go through my stride, and when I get to my launch position, I have momentum there. And if I get my front foot down early, then all of a sudden, it's like I stop, I pause, and I lose that momentum. And so that's how it impacts your bat speed negatively. There are a few hitters out there who can get away with this and get their front foot down early, and they have success with it. But I think for the majority of hitters, you need to focus on, don't get your front foot down early, get your front foot down on time. And what is on time? Well, on time to me means when your front foot hits the ground, you can immediately go into your swing. Now, this is assuming that it's a fastball, right? Because we base all of our timing off of the fastball. So getting your front foot down on time would mean, okay, I load and I stride, and when my front foot hits the ground, my heel drops and my swing is starting. But you know that you're getting your front foot down too early if you load and you stride and you have to wait. Now, if it's an off-speed pitch, yeah, you got to keep your hands back and wait a little bit. But long story short, if you're looking to, really improve your bat speed, get your front foot down on time. Make your swing one fluid, seamless motion. Don't have starts and stops and pauses in your swing. That's not going to be how you achieve your maximum bat speed. And also, getting your front foot down early, I think it really disrupts your rhythm and timing too. So if you're currently getting that front foot down early, try to get it down on time and watch what happens to your bat speed. The next mistake that'll really crush your bat speed is having no separation. And when you think about it, separation is really the key to bat speed. What do I mean by separation? I mean separation from your lower half and your upper half, your lower body and your upper body, okay? There has to be some separation between the two of them. So what does lack of separation or no separation look like? And this is far too common. I see players who, they're in their stance, right? And they load and they stride, and you see how I watch my hands. You see how my hands kind of start here, and I load and I stride, and my arm is really, really bent here. My hands are in here. And if this is the way that I look when I get to my launch position, all I really have left is to throw my hands at the baseball. You tell me, what looks like a more powerful position? Does this look more powerful, or does this look more powerful? What looks like it has more energy built up? Obviously, when we get that separation, okay? And so I found that the easiest thing to focus on in order to achieve quality separation is two things, all right? The first thing is walk away from your hands. So when we're loading, we never want to push our hands back. That's artificial. That's not natural. Instead, what we want to do is when we load, our hands really don't move back towards the catcher very much at all. It's actually, okay, when we stride towards the pitcher, that's when we keep our hands back and our body's actually moving towards the pitcher. Our body's moving away from our hands, and it looks like we're almost pushing our hands back, but we're not. Okay, so if you just think about walking away from your hands, so you load and you walk away from your hands, then you're gonna notice all of a sudden my hands aren't in here like this. My hands are still back. I've got really good length in this arm here. I can feel a lat stretch, and I'm in a powerful separated position. Another thing you can think about is show the pitcher your number, okay? So what I mean by that is you load and you stride, and I don't have my shoulders, I don't get like this in my launch position, right? We almost wanna have our our front shoulder is going to be slightly lower than our back shoulder, and it's actually going to be, you know, facing in towards the plate ever so slightly. So if you just think about showing your number towards the pitcher and simultaneously you're walking away from your hands, you're going to get this good separation, good length here, and you're also going to almost have a little bit of pullback here because you thought about showing the pitcher your number. So try that out. I think separation is huge when it comes to your bat speed. Another huge thing for bat speed is tipping your barrel. What I mean by that is when you load, you're actually tilting your barrel in towards the plate, okay? And I think this is great for bat speed. This is kind of a hidden gem. A lot of players have never been taught this, and I know it certainly took me a while to, you know, kind of figure this out as I'm watching, you know, the most elite hitters in the world. If you pay attention to them, the most powerful hitters in the world, you'll notice that they all have a little bit of this barrel tilt that we're going to be discussing here, and it's a little intricacy of hitting. It's something that not a lot of players know, but I think it's going to really help you with your bat speed, and it's also a great timing mechanism, and I think it's great for bat control too, okay? And so all it is when you load, you're basically, and I'm going to over exaggerate this here, but you're going to tilt your barrel, tip your barrel in towards the plate, okay? So in towards the plate. What that's going to allow you to do is as you stride towards the pitcher and you get into your launch position, it's going to really help you get your bat on plane with the pitch really, really early, get your barrel nice and deep behind you, all right? And also, I mean, try this at home. Have your hands just completely still like this and go into your load and your stride. And when your hands, when you have absolutely no movement with your barrel at all, it's almost like you can't feel your barrel. If you just hold your bat up like this and try to be as still as possible, you can't really feel your barrel. But when you tilt it, it's like you know exactly where your barrel is, and so that's why I say it really helps you with bat control. So watch some of your favorite hitters, the hitters with most power, and it doesn't have to be a huge thing. Not all of them, it's not like a huge wag or anything like that. It can be just a little tilt. But watch them, and the most successful hitters really is going to help with their bat speed, their control, all that good stuff, getting their bat on, playing with the pitch early. When they load, they have a little bit of tilt in towards the plate, just a little bit of tilt. That's going to help you out. Another thing that's going to help you out is, man, you've got to have an attack mentality at the plate. If you're looking to reach your full bat speed potential, I think having an attack mentality is one of the most underrated things. Everyone wants to get in the weight room. Everyone wants to worry about mechanics, right? And all those things are important. You got to swing the baseball bat in the most efficient way. You've got to be strong, right? I'm not discrediting those at all, but there's something to be said about, especially when you're looking for something that instantly can improve your bat speed, right? Getting strong, you might have to, you know, be lifting weights for 8 weeks, 12 weeks before you see noticeable changes on the field. But if you have a passive mentality right now, if you're in the batter's box right now and you're just trying to kind of see it and hit it and put the ball in play and, you know, hope something good happens, and you've got kind of this passive mentality instead of this attack mentality where you're trying to absolutely ambush the baseball, if you flip that switch, if you make that change, I'm telling you, this is the quickest way to improve your bat speed. And so just understand, it's a mentality thing. It's when you're walking up to the plate, it's like, okay, this pitcher, he's not better than me. He's not going to beat me, right? It's walking up to the plate knowing I have a weapon in my hands and I'm about to use it. I'm about to do damage. It's stepping in the batter's box with an aggressive yes, yes, no mentality. Not, oh, I'm up here, I think I'm going to see a couple pitches, or man, I'm just not on my game today. I hope that he walks me, right? No. It's not that at all. It's, you know, if he leaves a pitch over the white of the plate, I am absolutely hammering it. I am attacking the baseball and I'm ambushing the baseball. That aggressive mentality, I'm telling you, is going to speed up your bat speed like nothing else. The last mistake that we'll cover for today's video is, you know, not getting into your legs enough. And I think it's so important, again, one of those underrated things when it comes to bat speed. A lot of players, I think, are too worried about kind of what their hands are doing in their swing. And they hear hands, and keep your hands inside the ball and all that kind of stuff. And they kind of neglect their lower body. But let me ask you a question, all right? What's stronger, your legs or your hands, right? Your hands, your wrists, your forearms, what's stronger? On every single person, your legs are going to be stronger because they're just point blank period. They're a bigger muscle group, so they're gonna be stronger. And so when you're looking to maximize your bat speed and your power, do you wanna get there by just using your hands and your wrists and your forearms? Sure, those are important, but is that how you wanna get there? Or do you wanna maximize your biggest and strongest muscles in your body? I think you know the answer, right? So get into your legs. I just wanna make sure that you understand what I mean by that and that you focus on it, because I think a lot of hitters, when they get into their launch position, their feet sometimes can be too narrow and they're almost standing up too tall. And again, all they're trying to do is use their hands and throw their hands at the ball. And so just make sure that when you get into your launch position, have someone film you from the side, and make sure that, I don't care if you start really tall, I don't care if you start like this. Cody Bellinger stands pretty much straight up and down just like this. But when he loads and he strides and his front foot hits the ground, he doesn't stay up like this, right? All great hitters, they get into their legs, they sink down, and just feel the difference at home. You know, stride, just barely stride and stand up tall like this, and you're not gonna feel your legs really activated or engaged at all. But as soon as you sink down into your legs like this, I can feel my legs with more pressure on them right now. They're much more engaged. That's how you generate max bat speed. That's how you generate max power. Use your big muscles, use your legs.